Hello there my fellow Holotable heroes, and what I think will be the final Conquest video for this volume, because I played through all the 5 sectors, got everything done more or less. Now I just have to go back and farm some of the feats that I still need to complete, that I did not get it done while just normally playing through. So that's why I want to show in this video what I have left over before I can reach max crate, and then as well show you maybe some of the ways to get these feats done that I will be doing anyways. Overall, there is, I would say, quite a lot of cheese potential in this one, because we got Night Sisters, right? We also have there in Sector 2 Mon Mothma and things like that. But personally, I didn't really have a need to find lots of cheese, because more or less everything's been done, aside from STAP kills that I'll show you later on anyways. But I'll just start off with a global feat where IG-12 and Grogu and Kelleran back have to survive. Here I actually don't have Kelleran unlocked. I missed the marquee was missed there. But I'm just pushing past Vizsla there. It doesn't even matter, to be honest. Even if they're like 3-star, level 1, gear 1, doesn't matter. As soon as Dash gets a turn, he will just blow these guys up. And we'll be doing this on the Datacron node versus Bad Batch. So here we go. Dash gets a turn. Because of all the Zealous Ambition data disk, he just wipes out entire Bad Batch squad. Dash is quite a fast unit, so running these guys shouldn't be too much of a problem. Very easy, very straightforward feat here with Kelleran back and IG-12 and Grogu. Now the other global feat, as mentioned before, that is quite easily cheesable, is defeating 50 enemies with STAP. Now originally I was gonna skip this feat and go for the B1 feat instead. However, seeing that actually B1 feat, it'll take, I don't know, 5 or 6 battles to get it done, and it's not on a Datacron node as well, so you're just literally wasting battles at this point now. That this one actually is going to be much easier, because you can get it done in a single battle. So I also will make a change to my daily plan on my website. I will be actually inserting STAP feat and skipping the B1 battle droid feat. Just something to let you know. You've probably seen this already, because pretty much like day one, lots of videos came up already how to cheese these. I just usually like to play through first all the Conquest and then come back and just cheese what still needs cheesing, instead of trying to find cheese straight away. And the reason why we can cheese this is because CG blessed us with a zombie here in Sector 1 on the final boss, and as long as we have another Night Sister alive, zombie will just keep reviving over and over again. So that's how we can get it done. Now there are different variations of this squad. However, you definitely want to have gas leadership, because gas leadership will prevent revives, and on top of it all, he as well is reducing health on enemies without protection. So this will then allow, obviously, that eventually you get zombie to like 1%, 1 health, and then even a low gear B1 should be able to burn through. But different variation of this squad. Obviously Malak is good in there, or you could use JML as well for the taunt. If you are using Malak, definitely you want to equip Voluntary Vanguard. They get a little bit the opening plays going, but eventually I brought in Thrawn so I can just go ahead and fracture zombie, get around her, and we can just go all out. We'll try to make Talzin a priority here just to get her down, so we can stop the plague spreading. And at this point we can just go ahead, hit full auto, and let AI handle this. Took down Talzin first, then I'm trying to target Daka. Here comes the taunt from zombie again, another fracture on zombie. Here just took it off auto just in case that AI would mess something up. Let's go ahead and swap there. And as you can see, we'll start reducing now max health from zombie, so we should be able to start getting kills on her. Let's go ahead and finish off Asajj as well, and then we'll just hit full auto basic and we should be good to go, because no AoEs anymore after we take care of their Asajj as well. Come on zombie, don't be annoying. Let's get a fracture. Sure. As always, the data disk equipped are on screen in case you need for reference. Come on, I think AoE should finish off Asajj. There we go, perfect. And now at this point, just full auto basic, and that's it. And you just keep watching zombies' health go down, 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 to a point where even a low gear, low star STAP can actually get kills. Just look at the position from STAP. You don't see him, you just see his vehicle. Oh, that is so funny. Anyways, as you can see, we started getting kills. In terms of tech, I obviously did put their med pack over on Malaxus. Is constantly recovering health, and then as well put weapon tech over on STAP, so then he's getting more turns in there, getting more kills. And just let the clock run down, because this is a boss battle. It takes a full 10 minutes, which is good because it gives you enough time to get 50 kills pretty much on auto with this kind of squad here. Again, probably have seen videos already with different variations, different data setups. This is just what worked for me really well, so I just wanted to share it with you. There we go. We'll let the clock run out, and there we go. Defeat does not matter. I was at 0 as I've shown you before the STAP kill, so now I'm up to 50. So this is kind of probably the only cheese that I really needed in this conquest. There wasn't really a whole lot else needed. Then we also have Mandalorian feed, the global one with light side Mandalorians surviving. Now this is proving to be a little bit more challenging than previous runs on this bad badge node, because we don't have ruthless swiftness data disk, so we don't have that constant turn meter feeding our team. We do have zealous ambition data disk, but the problem with these light side Mandalorians is that really only armor is support, so she's the only one doing some damage. So what I had to do is actually use Mandalorian lead for extra 20 speed, so I don't have to remod my Mandalorians, so I can actually get like a couple of battles done before stamina gets too low. So we get 20 speed for scoundrels. Now why this is important, because Bo-Katan, she's a scoundrel as well, so she's getting plus 20 speed. And Bo-Katan is slow, so she will need extra speed, because what we want to do is Sabine opens up with her AoE, she gets stagger on everybody, and Sabine is naturally quite fast unit, so getting her fast, you know, it wasn't that much of a problem. These are just the mods I have on her anyways. And then Bo-Katan goes straight after Sabine, but as you can see, she's only at 263. So means I would have to remod Bo-Katan. I did not want to do that. That's why that plus 20 speed from Mando lead will help to get Bo to 283. So she can then go second, do her AoE and proc all those staggers and push back turn meter on Bad Badge, and then we can quickly take out a couple of guys, and then we should be good to go from there. So I just wanted to show you a little bit the mod setup I have here and who I'm using as the leadership. But otherwise, for me, this is pretty straightforward. I'm going to do the mass assist here on Wrecker, get Wrecker down, and then we are going to go after Echo next. There we go, here comes the AoE from Sabine, we got staggers everywhere, and here comes the AoE from Bo-Katan, pushing back her meter. And now we just have to take down Echo, and then we are good to go. We can put there over Beskar on Sabine, because she's the weakest, or I guess you could just do basic with armor and finish off tech. Maybe that would be a better play in this case, because, you know, armor with the only support unit here, she's the one actually doing some damage, but you can see no issues here. Getting these guys down because we took care of Wrecker, we took care of Echo and Tech quite easy. So that's what I'll be doing with my Mandalorians here to get this done quite easily while farming some Datacrons in the process. And this is the B1 feat, so we have to defeat 600 B1 battle droids, and you probably know by now you have to do it basically on the final boss in Sector 3. Depends what team you use. I tried a few different teams here versus this boss here, starting off with Dash. I'll just let the footage run, because I'll just speed up the footage. But the most probably people have done with Kylo. I think I've seen somebody saying they've done like 250 with Kylo, Daka Zombie sort of thing. But I just wanted to try some non-Galactic Legend squads, and it seemed like whatever squad I tried, again, data disk on screen for your purposes, I get around 60-70 kills, and that's basically it, which is, I guess, okay, but that would mean I would have to run like 10 battles, just wasting them on a non-Datacron node, so I'm skipping this feat. The issue I have is that eventually I just don't have enough damage to start taking these guys down, so if I would have stacking offense data disk, I think that could help me push some of these figures higher up, but I simply did not come across stacking offense 1. So the only damage one I have is from Zealous Ambition data disk. However, this is a non-stacking damage, so you know, actually Phoenix for some reason were the best for me. I think I got close to 80, maybe with some better RNG or consumables I could do more, but again, personally I don't need it, so I'm not gonna bother completing this. I'm just running it here just to show you a few different teams I tried. So unless you need this feat, I would just skip it, to be honest, because you're just wasting battles on a node that's not Datacron node, so you're just wasting energy, at least for feats. For example, well, I guess you could say I'm gonna skip Mando feat or something like that, or Kelleran Grogu feat, but at least those are on Datacron nodes, so you can actually farm some Datacrons in the process. So I'd rather do that, but I guess it's up to you what you need. These are just my thoughts on it. Night Sisters did relatively well. I thought that, you know, Asajj, but it just seems like Asajj was not ramping up damage. And also AI is really dumb. Like, it's not really using AoE from Asajj most of the time. So try to a little bit play on manual, but then you're slower. So Night Sisters maybe have some potential. Again, look at this heal over times I'm getting. If only I would have stacking offense data disk. I think Night Sisters, because of their survivability, could do as well quite a lot. So speaking of Night Sisters, I still have to finish off the Plague feat here in Sector 2. Now Night Sisters, they do a lot of damage, so you'll have to remove Zealous Ambition data disk to make this, you know, do it in a couple of battles. I'll show you. So what you do is you head to this Mon Mothma squad, again remove all your Zealous Ambition data disks, and then just hit full auto, and Night Sisters will handle the rest. Okay, so let's hit the battle. As you can see, full auto, and I'll just the time run out, and I think I got about 200 or something, so I had 95. So let's see after, you know, a 5-minute battle how many I will have. So you can see these guys surviving. We can keep applying plague, so I'm up to 309, so which means I got like what, 214. So basically in 2 battles you can knock out plague with the Night Sister squad versus Mon Mothma. So it's a little bit of a cheesable one here, but remember to take off Zealous Ambition data disk for this one. Alright, so let's move on to the next feat that I still need to do. So let's go into Sector 4, and obviously still need to do a few Rebel battles. Again, plenty ways to do this with Rebels. I just find Admiral Redis with Zealous Ambition data disk to be very fun to use. If you still need ability blocks, if you still need stealth, obviously bring in Ban, Rolo for the ability blocks, and then R2 for the stealth if you need. Otherwise you can basically use any Rebel squads you want anyways. This is just the one I like to use. It's really fun, especially because here Geos, they're not very clever. They keep going after Jean, and she can't be taken down because Redis is alive. And again, this is a Datacron node, right? So one AoE basically wiped off the entire Geo squad. It's a Datacron node, so the Sector 4 Datacron node is my favorite anyway for the material, because you get Mark II and Mark III Datacron upgrade material. Now this one is not going to be as clean as it should have been, because I did not equip Voluntary Vanguard on Malak, but I don't like to move data disks unless I need to, just to conserve energy. Eventually somebody will pop a hit on Malak, and then he will get taunt anyways. But otherwise, here we go. We got all these guys going pretty easy. I mean, Piet, Stark, handling the business here without any issues. Well, there goes Stark. Again, to make this clean and easy, you definitely want to put Voluntary Vanguard on. But if you don't have it, I just wanted to show you, you can still get things done here, just because AI obviously is not very clever. So that's how I finished off my Imperial Trooper kills here in this sector. And let's move on to Sector 5, where I still have to do the kills with Inquisitors. Again, if you have a Riva and all those guys, very easy to do here. Again, just hitting this Datacron node here. But even if you don't, again, with the help of Malak and Emperor Palpatine, the other guys can still get the job done, especially their 5th brother and 7th sister. They're both support, so that's where all the damage will be coming from. You just have to be a little bit careful, because Palpatine himself, he's support as well. So make sure it's not Palpatine that's sniping all the kills here. And again, to make this safer and better and easier, you will definitely want to equip the Voluntary Vanguard data disk, so then Malak has permanent mark on him. But as soon as you get Yoda down, Kenobi down, Anakin down, you're good to go here. So I'm just kind of trying to time my hits so that the Inquisitors are defeating the enemies, not other guys. Here with Palpatine, for example, that's why I use Let the Hate Flow, just to make sure he doesn't finish off Isla there. So that's how I got my Inquisitor kills as well. And that's it, guys. That's all what I want to show you in this video. Again, not a lot of cheese happening, at least in my neck of the woods, because I was just able to complete most of the feats just by playing through. So overall, I think this has been one of the easiest Conquest volumes we had in a while. Not grindy at all, just kind of play through, get your feats done. The only one really I need to go back for was STAP and Plague, and for those of you I showed you a couple of cheesy ways to do it. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you in tomorrow's Galactic Challenge video, so back to our scheduling programming from tomorrow, I guess. But until then, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.